Someone asks you for a favor you don't have time for, and before you even think about it, the word yes is already out of your mouth. You say yes when you mean no. You apologize for things that aren't your fault. You'd rather exhaust yourself completely than risk disappointing someone else, even a little, even over something small. You've probably called this kindness, being easygoing, being the person who doesn't cause problems. But what if it's not kindness at all? What if it's fear, wearing a very convincing disguise that even you have started to believe? Real kindness comes from abundance. It feels good. It's freely given, without a hidden cost to you underneath it. But what you're doing isn't that. What you're doing is scanning every room for the version of you that won't get rejected, and becoming her, over and over again, no matter what it quietly costs you. Think about the last time you actually said no to someone. Did it feel simple? Or did your stomach drop the second the word almost left your mouth? Like you'd just done something dangerous, something you'd have to make up for. That reaction isn't random. Somewhere along the way, you learned that your needs were a burden. That saying no risked losing love, or attention, or approval you couldn't afford to lose. Maybe it was a parent whose love felt conditional on you being easy, being agreeable, being no trouble at all. Maybe it was a household where conflict felt terrifying, so you became the peacekeeper before you even understood what peace was supposed to feel like. Whatever it was, you learned the lesson early, and it stuck. Being agreeable kept you safe. Being needed kept you wanted. And somewhere in that lesson, your own needs quietly stopped mattering, even to you, even in the smallest everyday moments. Here's the twist most people never realize. People-pleasing isn't about the other person at all. It was never really about making them happy. It's about managing your own fear of what happens if they're not. The anxiety underneath the smile. Every yes you don't mean is actually a tiny act of self-protection. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it so you don't have to feel the anxiety of their possible disappointment, their possible anger, their possible distance from you. And that's exhausting, because you end up performing a version of yourself that isn't real in almost every relationship you have. You get praised for being so easy, so accommodating, so low maintenance. And somewhere underneath all that praise, you slowly disappear, piece by piece, without anyone noticing. Here's what's actually true. You are allowed to disappoint people. You are allowed to say no without a lengthy explanation attached to it. Someone else's temporary discomfort with your boundary is not evidence that you did something wrong. Real connection can't happen through a performance. People can only truly love the parts of you that you actually let them see, not the constantly agreeable version you built to keep everyone else comfortable at your own expense. Healing this starts small. Practice saying no to something low stakes today. Notice the guilt that shows up almost immediately. Let it be there without obeying it, without rushing to fix it. You don't owe anyone a version of yourself you had to abandon your own needs to become. You were never too kind. You were just too scared to find out what would happen if you finally stopped.